All right, well, let's get started nonetheless. Welcome back, everybody. We begin tonight. We do every night. We'll start with inspirations. So, all of you here on time. Coro shows up, he gets no inspiration. All of you get an inspiration for the night. Everybody roll me a d20.
Why am I eclipsed?
That was actually me, but
No, it said panda. I don't know. Let me make sure. Figure ownership. Oh, should all just have none. Why is that? Hold on now. That's an issue.
Oh yeah, I can see everyone.
I also have access to Valros.
Yeah, I'm fixing that.
Mine. Just kidding.
All right, a 2 paw. Jeez. Nice. 20. Fiona nat 20 and paw. Could you give us a recap of last week? What did we do? How did we get here? As the party takes a short rest on the top of. Let me pull us to the map. The Spire
Yeah.
Monastery.
yes. So I know that we are venturing to claim these 4 elemental keys needed to awaken the treant that seems to be connected to the kind of getting Sylvanas, his father, back into like a better position. So we're after the third one, and we're moving up, and it seems that the shadar-kai, I've been calling them shadow elves. That's kind of how Jupiter thinks of them. The shadow elves seem to have some type of vendetta against us, maybe even targeting Vyri. And during that combat, an unknown figure, Eclipse, would come to our aid, and we would kind of get to know them. I think we took an hour short rest, and we kind of RP'd a little bit, um, kind of sensing that our paths aligned for the moment. And we're continuing to move up. We had these dragonflies. I think some of us lost them in the battle, so we're going by foot. And then something screeched, and we were looking at some type of looked like a Nazgul. That's what it looked like to me. That's what I remember.
That is a pretty good recap. And this creature here, let me pull him out. A Jabberwok.
Jabberwok, there we go.
A lanky, spiky, weird-looking dragon that you guys have heard seems to be able to have lasers come out of his eyes.
I can totally see the Nazgul though. I agree.
Is it like flying toward us?
It is flying towards you all. For potential copyright reasons, I don't think it can be a Nazgul. Though I have to look up what those look like. How do you spell it?
Nazgul. They're pretty badass looking. It really does remind me of it.
Oh, I
They're
see.
scary.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I see what you mean.
Do we have time to kind of maybe
We have a
kind of
short
prepare?
rest before it arrives, so the party actually sat down for about an hour. And before we actually get into combat, I want to give you guys a chance to potentially roleplay if there was any roleplay you all wanted to have. But to kind of go over that 1 hour, if there's anything anybody's doing, you short rest. The bodies have been collected, and we will get right into that combat right after, but definitely some time before this situation actually happens.
I mean, I'm okay. Jupiter's not really the most talkative. And Libera's not here. He's the more talkative one.
Well, even if there's like,
We were gonna
Viry,
go through the bodies, and then we
Viry is
were.
still injured. I don't know if you wanted to do any healing, if there is any
Oh,
pre-buffing, things
I
like
injured
that.
myself.
Wait, you
Um,
injured yourself?
Yeah,
yes.
I did that.
Like in front of the party? What did you do?
Yeah. So you just would have seen me take a minute, and then all of a sudden blood starts pouring from like her ears, her nose, her mouth. It's fine.
We're used to this. Do you have healing, Viri?
No, nope.
None.
Nope,
Not even a short rest.
nope.
Hmm.
I'd be lying if I said that was the strangest thing I've seen recently, but I just came out of Shadowfell, or the Shadowfell. Do you need healing?
I wouldn't say no to it, but
I
if
would
it's important,
save your
keep it.
healing. Aye, you do not have any potions, Viri. I thought we bought more before we left. Not I have some.
I didn't take any of those.
Hmm.
I'm a cleric. I don't need potions.
Libera also has 3 greater healing potions in his inventory as well.
He would give you one for sure. I know Liberia would do that. So
So heal for 20. We'll use up one of
Hey.
these potions. The dragonflies will take kind of a safe place to hide for now. They land on the back of the small mountain peak. You only have 2 of them. They can still aid you in getting higher up the mountains and passing areas that couldn't be passed without them, but will slow you down for the final descent. So this next battle will have happened around 1:30, after about an hour and a half of the party climbing up, after a short rest, gathering the equipment and loot that they can off of these folks, in which there is, as mentioned, I think I mentioned last time, plate armor, which is always worth a good chunk.
you can throw it in here. I have my portable hole ready. Just be careful of my workshop.
I think your workshop's currently covered in gold.
I have bought bags for that.
Bags of holding?
Not bags of holding. No, don't trick me, Viri. Regular bags. They hold
We actually see
500
that?
coins. It's. I don't think it's that. Um, it's not that big.
About 10 by 10. I think it needs to be a little smaller, you're right.
Well, so the way they describe it is that like it's the hole is smaller, but the space is bigger. I mean, obviously you can, I mean,
It's like the middle honeycomb, but if you peek your head in, you see it all.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then like this is what you would see, but it's smaller. Almost I'd imagine maybe like the size of a manhole.
I think it
And
describes you can fold it out to as big as the 10-foot opening.
really,
It
okay.
unfolds into a circular sheet 6 feet in diameter, so it's a 6-foot opening.
Okay, so that's the one I'd be using. But yeah, you would see, you've maybe in this case, Eclipse hasn't seen Jupiter use this, but you're familiar with the workshop, and you hear him kind of clanking around in there. And yeah, if there's anything you want to deposit, it is safe in there.
Okay, I take it back. This probably is the weirdest thing I've seen in a while. I don't think I have anything that needs to go in there. What is it?
The portable hole.
Does it last forever? Can you close it?
Oh, I mean, Pretty much, yeah. I have a workshop down there, and I've been thinking about using it in other ways. If case we're in harm, we could. If you can't come in here though with like a bag of holding, just so if it ever happens, they can never be mixed. It would
Don't push me
explode.
in.
Yes.
What
I
ha-
pretty. What were you? Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just wondering what happens if you close it with someone inside.
I believe they would run out of air eventually, but I do have some plants down there, so maybe that would help. Mainly cactuses.
Okay. Okay, so not to be used as a trap. Got it.
No, no, I mainly use this just for storage. We have a lot of stuff recently. We've we run a kingdom here, and I don't really care for gold, but we have a good bit of it. So all of this stuff is going back to the kingdom to be sold.
If you don't enjoy your gold, I'd be more than happy to hold on to it
I
for you.
enjoy it enough not to give it to you, Valros, but I just don't. I just have too much gold. I don't even know what to think, honestly, and use it. Been trying to give it to the people, but we've been away for some time, and then I was lost in the Feywild for eternity. So here we
That
are.
sounds familiar.
Yes, I mean, I guess I was only gone for 2 weeks, but it did feel like an eternity.
Actually, that's an excellent point. How long was I gone?
These are the real questions, but I think everyone's all right. Do they have anything else on their person, Viri?
Huh? I have a bag of holding.
Do they have anything? Um,
I mean, they got like plate.
all of them. What does this man have? The one with the purple face.
The undead one that doesn't have blood.
Hmm.
As you start to go
Does he
through the
have-
corpses, O Lord of Arkul, a Death Knight, the Raven Queen, seems to have a black plate armor that is indeed enchanted. This plate armor of etherealness.
Hmm. All right. What about them? Do they have anything?
Most of their equipment seems rather mundane, though when they wielded it, it had a shadowy effect. Daggers, long swords, leather armor, and breastplates. I've added all of that to the portable hole.
When we're done looting them, burn the bodies. We can't have them reanimating and chasing us. Does anyone have a problem with that?
No, no, not at all.
No, the sooner the better.
Hmm. I wish our friend Zeph was here. I hope he's doing well back home.
Did you lose a friend? Oh wait, doing well back at home. Okay. Sorry, didn't
I don't know
follow
actually
that
what
correctly.
Zeph is. I don't know what we're. Zeph is the old player in the group who
Disappeared.
disappeared and we think probably died. I'll be honest. I
Oh my
really
god.
think I really think he like just like randomly like is just very
It might
odd.
be.
Yeah, he was a nice guy. He really was. He was a little odd, but I liked his. He got so excited with D&D. Um, he also whooped my other character's ass. Um, but yeah. So I don't know what he is doing. He was on the council. Is he staying as an NPC? We haven't really had a chance to think about it because it's been so much going on. But Jupiter would think, kind of fondly of him, and he had an affinity for fire. I think so.
Well, indeed, as the what is it here? Lathander, the Morning Lord.
Mhm.
You don't want to keep one in the body so I can use it?
I mean, if you want them, I only trust those bodies with you, Vyre.
If we're gonna be fighting together, I think it's a good idea for us to discuss strategy.
Mm,
I don't really know what any of you are capable of, other than immense amounts of bleeding, apparently. And I just give a very kind of puzzled look to Vyre.
I mean,
If
I'm pretty simple. I use this hammer to channel the power of my father, Sylvanas. I wield the storm. I can also bring you back from the dead, as I have done before, and most likely will.
is that just innate? Is that something you found, an artifact of some power?
No, I have deepened my connection with my father, allowing me. I could bring you back from death even if you have been gone for 10 days. I hope it doesn't come to that, but we all have carpets. You should know that. These carpets can be rolled out and used to bring someone back as if a revivify spell had been cast. I crafted on those in my workshop.
Alright, now I'm certain of it. This isn't real. You have carpets of revival.
And of
And
legend.
exploding.
And exploding, yes. We haven't really found a use for those yet, but and they're not even bad carpets. I found the carpets in Waterdeep and kind of had no use for them. They were sitting in my hole, and I thought, what if I could cast a spell on them?
You see Vyre pull the carpet out of her bag of holding. You think it'll be helpful?
I prick my finger with the end of my dagger to see if I feel the shock. Or if this is just a dream.
There. I can work on one if you begin to travel with us. I do like everyone having one. But I'm kind of a little bit of everything. I'm the general back home.
So
And
the kingdom you
general.
hail from, you're the general?
Yes, my brother's the ruler, and I'm the key. I don't. I don't relish being the ruler, but I've grown fond of being the general, taking care of my soldiers.
And your kingdom opposes the Shadow Elves.
No, not really. That's new. That's, I think, Vyre will have to explain that one. That's her beef that we are now involved with because we're kind of you don't get just one of us, you get all of us. And
I don't know why. They just keep targeting me.
it's weird because the powers she has and will explain are provided by someone who reasonably is sending people to destroy us, but so far they've failed twice and they keep failing.
I don't think she would send people after me like that.
There's a lot going on. I think the gods are not what they say they are.
What god is this?
The Raven Queen.
Can I roll to see if I know anything about the Raven Queen?
Religion or history?
Okay, I just don't want to assume my character knows everything. For someone who worked in the church, I really don't really know about religion or history. Here we go.
Sure you do. The Raven Queen, simple enough. Seeing that you worked in a church saloon and know quite a bit about the Shadowfell, having followed these creatures not too long ago. Um, much of your memory still shrouded to you, but the simple facts of who the Raven Queen is, you do know. The kind of a not a deity herself, but kind of a deity, um, more of a patron, kind of like an Archfey, but the opposite of that, to the Shadowfell. Um, much like Archfays are the deific beings of the Feywild, she's the deific being of the Shadowfell, creator of the Shadow Weave, mother of ravens, the collector of memories, the domain of life and death.
Wait, is she allied with Shar?
She is.
So you work with one of Shar's allies, yet you oppose her forces?
I don't know who Shar is.
Yes, I'm not. Let me see if I know who Shar is.
When I was... Oh, I'll wait.
I believe I'm indifferent to Shar, but Sylvanas does not really align himself with her.
And on a 19, you do know Shar, the opposite of the moon goddess Saloon. Day and night. Shar is the lady of loss, the mistress of the night. Also resides within the Shadowfell.
I
Was gone. Sorry.
I turned my back to Shar when I was younger. I'd been kind of raised into it, and I worked as a thief. But I got caught, and I spent several years just kind of working and getting to know everyone at a church of Saloon, and turned a new leaf. And then I'm pretty sure this was Shar's doing, but I have no evidence of it. But I got dragged back into the Shadowfell, and that's where I've just come from.
Mm.
Thief, you say? With the Zentrum?
No, just they sent me to steal something from a church because I was kind of quiet and hard to see. And I can kind of meld into the shadows better than anyone I'd ever seen.
Mm.
And when I picked up this artifact, I think they called it a Tear of Saloon. Um, it stopped glowing. It just went out, and when guards came, I could no longer meld. I was stuck in the open. I'd kind of relied on that, so I got caught. And that was honestly probably the best thing that happened to me.
Mm.
Any case,
I
so now I carry a very big sword and use Saloon's powers to crush things that are bad and dark and evil.
Well, our kingdom is always looking for more warriors, especially of your kind. Strong. We're fighting gods here.
Wait, you're fighting literal gods?
Pretty much.
Interesting. That actually sounds like quite the challenge.
Some gods have backed us, but feels we've been dealt the lesser hand, but not for long. You see,
Well,
like, Jupiter kind of just like he's like kind of like I don't know. He's very looking off in the distance as he says that, and you can see that if you have like a higher perception, I don't know what the DC would be, but very low. Um, he seems to be squeezing the handle of his mace as he's kind of thinking about it, and almost like if you're talking to him for a moment, he doesn't even hear you.
Valros would kind of in a low voice tell Eclipse, "Oh, you have to understand, his father, the Oak Father, Sylvanus, the god, he's not feeling well, and Jupiter's kind of taken it on himself to, well, rescue a god. That's what we're actually doing right now, attempting to gain some items to do a thing that will allow us to help a god."
Will there be a battle? Do you plan to battle the gods?
Oh,
Or is this merely like
sakes, I
political?
hope not. Uh, to be honest, I don't think I understand it all quite well, but we're to free a treant, some creature here of the Fae, who is to help us. At least that's my understanding of it.
Well, I don't exactly have anywhere else to go, and it sounds like if I stick around with the group of you, you could use my blade and more things to hunt. The more interested I am in following.
Yes, well, for instance, this next gem that we must acquire, this elemental key, as Jupiter called it, we have to find it here somewhere. We have to confront some dreadful creature, I believe, to get it.
Well, if there's something to hunt, then consider me in.
Oh, that's excellent, excellent. Oh, and if we do find ourselves in battle, uh, before you go and disappear in the shadows as you did recently, uh, let me use some of my arcane tricks on you. Yes, I would so very much like to grant you some swiftness, if you will.
Um, and so that's just like the moment that you see like a look of surprise hit Eclipse's face, and she looks down at her boots and goes, "Wait a minute. I was supposed to use these." And she taps them like her feet together and stands up, and you just see her get like much more nimble and quick. And then she taps them back together. So I only waste one round. Um,
Oh, magnificent! Absolutely. Oh, this will be so much fun. Uh, Let me cast the spell on you, and combat begins, and you will move faster than the wind itself in a hurricane.
on a mountaintop.
Yeah, yes, of course, anywhere. You will be so fast that you'll be able to move nearly double whatever speed you can, and I would assume attack. Oh my god! There's two Liberas!
Mm. I see you've
Yeah.
met Valros. He's our counselor. I
Complete
mean, I've just
out of
just
the
learned
blue.
recently he can turn into a demon. I forgot what he calls it. Was it a, was it a Jabberjar? Who's a what it?
The Glabrazoo.
Yes,
It's
it's Glabrezu.
yes, yes, yes. It was. Now, it's important to remember, Jupiter, that it was not a Glabrazoo. It was me as a Glabrazoo.
Mm. Can you
I'm
would
not
you
sure what.
can you
Uh,
stay like that forever?
Uh, Potentially, I wouldn't say forever, but for a very long time, if I so choose. Uh, but it would also be possible for me to bring a Glabrazoo without changing myself. That one could also stay around for quite a while, but I would not recommend it. After an hour or so, I believe I would, well, lose control of it, and they are not the most friendly types.
Mm.
Oh, speaking of bringing demons into the world, I know so out of character, I know I did a little in the RP chat, but I want to make sure I talk about this little in character too. So back into character. I must inform you that my shadow is a being of its own. Similar to the goddess of the moon and the goddess of darkness, Saloon and Shar, I'm bound like a twin soul to a shadow from the Shadowfell. And like I hold out my hand toward my shadow, which is clearly not shaped like me.
Varus very, very purposely moves closer to the light source so that your shadow is not near him at all.
Also, welcome, Karo.
Do you have control over that?
We have a
Mm.
pact, and it should not bring any harm to any of you, but while I'm around, if you find that you're having any unusual nightmares, please bring it to my attention immediately. I've never brought it around people. It's left me alone since the pact. And I want to make sure it extends that hospitality toward those I travel with. In fact, that's kind of the reason for my hunt. Wherever I go, I look for some source of danger, some source of evil for it to feed on, as part of our agreement. And I don't think it has to feed often, but it does have to feed.
Oh, interesting. So, as long as it's kept well fed, then we should be fine.
And just to be clear, I'm pretty sure it eats people's hopes and dreams, so yeah.
Oh,
That's kind of why I was trailing that group for so long. I just needed to kind of give it an opportunity to eat, and when there was conflict, things got kind of heated. It didn't want to lose the hunt.
Speaking
is
of the hunt, 5 minutes, everyone. I'll pack up.
Are we gonna have to climb? I don't want to climb.
You're gonna have to climb, Viri. But I could cast levitate on you if you would prefer it.
With that,
uh,
the
But you'd float
party
like a balloon.
between the two dragonflies and the party's equipment begin to climb to the top peak in search of the third crystal.
I'd definitely start on the flying carpet.
Oh, I join you.
Sorry if I missed it. Are we still within that hour, or the hour past for that short
We're
rest?
just ending that short rest. You can short rest as well, but if there's anything you wanted to cover in that short rest, go for it. But we kind of just finished that
All
roleplay
good. I
bit.
just wanted to make sure. I wouldn't have the summon. That's why.
Oh, the find familiar.
Yeah. No, not that guy.
Oh, you this guy.
Nasty thing is.
But with that, the party climbs. Up at the very peak, you find the small temple you were told to find. Again, same map because I just used the same one for the old map because we were only about halfway up when that fight happened, seeing that you interrupted them on their climb rather than waiting to meet them at the peak. The Jabberwok, as soon as you reach the peak, spots you on the top of its nest. its eyes glowing. We roll initiative.
This song going hard.
The druidess is the first to act. Wait, initiative just changed for no reason. Go back up to the top there. What would she be doing? Why does she have to be first? As you all see the Jabberwock flying in. What's the range on that? Not close enough. Okay. Ignore that. Where's 60 feet? Yeah, no, it would have to be way over here. She's gonna back up. And I think, you know, she's not the hero. She's here to dodge. I see you're trying to move the carpet. Relax. You can move it
Oh,
in
is
a
it
minute.
because we're in combat?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what it
Yep.
is. Oh, I'm an idiot. Sorry.
Whisper is going to fly up. Let me just double check the range on this as well. That's just melee, so he will... he'll fly up to here and dodge as well, getting ready to help fight. Eclipse. You see the creature flying in, some of your allies taking to fighting positions. What do you do?
Okay, so I am going to put my this is called the Hexblade's Curse, I think. I can do it once per day. Trying to pull it up so I can link it. Oh, it's just impact of the blade.
Under features, Hexblade's Curse.
Oh, I see. It's the first thing there for some reason. I went right past it. It's control click, alt click to target. Alt click. No.
I will make an effect for that because I don't have one.
Okay. And then I'm just gonna cast no, I think that's probably. Oh no, I got my warlock spell slots back. I'm sorry to take so much time. I'm gonna drop a darkness spell at the entrance to this building, so I have something to dive into. And then I'm going to move out of this creature's sight.
Okay, and Hexblade's Curse. Does that say anything about having to concentrate on it, or it's just up for 1 minute? That's fine. Looks like it's just up for 1 minute.
Okay.
And until you die, it dies, or you're incapacitated. And does it have to actually save against anything? No. Mind Sliver was just thrown out on accident. I take it. Darkness in the small temple. Libera, we go to you. Let me just double check. I'm going to do a legendary action and move his flying speed. All right, we go to you, Libera, as the creature quickly moves in.
I'll just reach out my arm and I'm going to do a lightning strike on this guy. I think, did that work when I do a target? It haven't worked before.
I don't think targeting is actually turned on right now.
Okay, no worries. It's a DC 17, I think. Dex. 16, sorry. I don't know why it says 7. The ability says 17. My DC is 16. I think it's always been off mine, right?
It should be off your DC.
Yes, it's 16 then.
They're going to use a legendary resistance, because that would fail. Taking half damage. "36 lightning damage as it shocks through the creature. Not a bad hit. Valros. Darkness spreads on just the corner. You're on the flying carpet
I am on the flying carpet with Viri.
with Viri.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Valros was starting to cast something at Eclipse when she suddenly disappeared into this sphere of darkness.
Too squirrely.
Valros kind of.
She's right there, Valros. You can't see her?
No, I cannot see her, but I can see these two. And he concentrates on Jupiter and no, not Libera. What am I thinking? On Viri. I can't target them, but anyways, I'm gonna twin cast a haste.
Ay.
Trell looks over at Viri while you're casting your magic and says, "Psst, hey,
Yeah.
you want an imp by chance?"
I mean, I can see you. He can't.
Yeah,
I don't ignore you.
As the magic goes off, who do you cast the haste on?
On Jupiter and Viri.
Jupiter and Viri. You feel energy hasten upon you, Viri, as the imp leans back, wondering how to answer the question. What do you do, Valros? Your action.
Sorry.
You got
Is
movement.
there-
You staying where you're at. Any other bonus?
Oh no, I'm moving. I'm moving us the hell away from that thing. So the flying carpet has a movement of 60, so we'll move back maybe 50 feet. And then bonus action as we're flying, yeah, he goes, he changes into his dread form.
Red form.
Cool. I have 10 points already, so that's good.
Bro, he did it again.
I think I showed the Eclipse the picture last time, but yeah, I become a big shadowy wraith.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll be my turn.
Let's see. At the end of your turn, before it goes, it's going to use that one last legendary. Well, actually, it has 2 more, but it's going to use 1 more to move again and get about here. It starts its turn. It's going to heal for 10. Let me just check one thing. Anybody that is within 30 feet of it at the moment. Actually, if you start your turn, so all of you close enough to hear it, it's going to move about here. You can hear the creature burbling to itself. You can tell me what a burble might sound like, but it is burbling, and it assaults your ears. We'll get to that when you start your turn. On its turn, it's going to do a fiery gaze. I'm going to roll a d6, because evens will be the top line, odds will be the bottom line. Odd. It's going to shoot a fiery gaze, a 120-foot, 5-foot line. In this case, going to shoot it through the three of you. I need dex saves from Libera, Whisper, and Arata, who are both dodging. That will miss by 2, Libera, unless you have anything to add to it.
Nope, at all.
Ooh, that rolled pretty high on damage, too. 39 fire damage. Let me just see. Whisper dodged for half.
Still hanging in there. Oh, this is fire damage, yeah?
It is fire damage.
I can describe something beautiful then. So, Eclipse, can see outside of the darkness.
Mm-hmm.
You would notice it looks like Libera took an absolutely nasty flame attack, but then when he's out of it, he's immune to it. My rune.
Cool.
Fire absorbing armor. Nice. Good call remembering that. You can mark that
I
on your
know.
sheet and try to make it so it... let's see here.
Oh, would it actually like apply?
Yeah.
I've just been remembering
yeah.
it, but I almost forgot about it.
Well, just so it's noted on there too. But that's good shit. You take no damage from this. As the armor just kind of absorbs the entire blast. This thing's eyes just shooting out. Vyra, you're far away enough. No ill effects to you. At the start of your turn, what do you do?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I feel shitty and like I'm really gonna waste something. Because I can't double cast spells with haste. Since this is part of his square, does that mean he's 60 feet away?
Yeah?
Cool. I'm just testing things right now. I'm testing him. How smart he be.
Plenty wise.
That was good to learn.
+5 proficiency. He has a -2 though.
Mm-hmm. Pretty sure. Spiritual weapon's 120 feet. So I'll move it over here. Spiritual weapon at 4th level.
Nat 20. 20 radiant damage.
And it was a 4th level spell. He has blood, yes.
He definitely has blood. He's a dragon.
I suck a little bit more of it out. He takes 6 more damage as well.
Very nice.
That'll be my turn for now. And I will ask Valros to bring us towards the roof.
Jupiter. As you start your turn next to the confusing burble of the Jabberwok, I need a charisma saving throw. There's the button there in chat if you can just hit that. You do succeed. You hear this noise and kind of have to block yourself and steady your mind. You can take your turn as normal. Confusing burbling doesn't get to you. If you're talking, we can't hear you.
Sorry about that, boys.
You're good, you're good.
I am. I have more movement, right, from haste.
Double.
Doubled movement, increased AC, extra action.
Okay. I did use my inspiration on that. I called it. I don't want to be cheese, even though I did not need it, so I did use it. I'm going to kind of seeing that if I'm close to this creature, it does seem to try to affect me. So what I will do is, I can't run into the darkness. What I can do is, I'm gonna kind of like dash over here, and as I'm running by, I would like to, let's see here. I realized I had a spell planned, but I can't use it on this creature because it's not a humanoid. So I think what I'm going to do is a... Totally threw off my whole plan here. Fine. I will do a... So it's an action to cast Aura of Vitality. So as I'm like running by, I'm going to begin casting the Aura of Vitality on me. I want to use, I think, as I'm running by, I would cast it, and it's got a 30 feet spear, so I might have... Sorry, hold on. Let me figure this out, because I need to be close to you guys then if I'm doing that. Fuck it. I'm casting Call Lightning at a 4th level, and we're going to keep it simple.
All right, lightning it is.
All right, let's do that. I'm going to channel a divinity and max damage that. I don't
DC
know.
19 dex saving throw. He does make that.
I don't know if I get any additional damage because it's outside. I know it's kind of relative to the environment, but it would at least be a 4d10 for 40 damage.
I think if it's stormy weather, you get
Okay.
extra damage, right?
Yeah, but it's not stormy yet, so I don't think it is. So
No.
40 damage, half of that, and then that's my action. I'm going to use my hasted action to throw a hammer at the creature as well.
So did you say that was 40?
40 lightning damage before any save.
All right, he will save for half damage, so 20 lightning.
And then, hold on one second. That, I feel like that's oddly low. I feel like my mace has a much higher attack than that. Let me just double check. I will not target it.
4 from strength, 4 from proficiency, 2 from +2 weapon.
I could be wrong. No, okay.
I think
I
it was just a
just-
low roll.
Just a low roll. I know. It's weird. Okay. Yeah, so I would have missed on the first one then, and then, yeah, that's it.
Not bad. The lightning shocking down. He's going to take a legendary. He's going to do... He's going to do a wing attack with 3 legendaries. Only within 10 feet of him, which means it's only going to hit Whisper here. He does have advantage because he's dodging. He's going to take that hit. Knocking Whisper to the ground if he can be prone. He can't, he's immune to prone. So he just takes the hit of 7 damage. The wings buffet him, and the Jabberwok flies and is going to land right here. Very angry at you, Libera. It hears the chanting. It's not quite wise enough to know Jupiter cast the spell. Lightning shocked it from the sky. You shocked it with lightning. It's kind of double mad at you. The Druidess no longer dodging.
Rachel McAdams about to get it.
Let's do... How much damage does that do? He's going to create a wall of thorns. Block the creature in from running. It's going to have to make a dex save immediately, as it is in it on the start of the spell for 7d8 piercing. Does save. But it takes half that, 16 piercing damage. And she's just gonna run to this side of it. Whisper. No longer dodging. He'll fly at the creature following into battle. He makes a multi-attack of 3 flails. Add the flanking in there already. He's only going to hit with 2 of those. Not bad. I think he has a lightning strike. When he hits, he can expend a bit of lightning here. Nine damage, 11 damage, 18 lightning damage. And the creature has to make a con save against a stun. Which he would fail. He's going to use a second legendary resistance, preventing the stun from going through as Whisper lashes out with a lightning flail. Eclipse. Wall of Thorns sprouts up somewhat in your way. The edge of it right here.
Okay. I'll use my bonus action to double my walking speed with my boots. And then that's 25, 55, so I can move that. And that's like, what, 10 minutes a day, so... Do we need to track it in this combat, or is that okay?
No, it's fine.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna come rushing up behind him and just kind of like leap up with my sword and take a swing.
See if there's anywhere to actually track it. We can edit the boots to have a track on a charge thing on it. 28 is a solid hit. This
Alright,
is
and then I'm gonna take a
slashing.
second. Yeah.
You notice that slashing seems to prevent the creature's constant healing as it cuts across and blood spills out.
Alright, I'm gonna take one more swing at him.
Gonna miss.
I'm fine with that. That's my turn.
Libera. Creature cornered, a thorn wall pops up behind it. Eclipse runs in from the shadows and slices into the creature, which seems to be rather effective.
Yeah, kind of storing that flame within. I'm gonna pull out my blade, and it begins to almost move as if it's not made of solid metal. I'll do the bonus action to activate serrating on it. So it's going to be 1d12s instead of 1d4s. And hopefully I hit.
That is gonna miss.
That is what I got. Then.
You're also hasted, so you got a second attack.
I'm hasted? I thought you did it on Byrie and
Oh, no,
no.
you're right.
Wrong, brother.
Damn it!
Different
Barrows!
storm, brother.
Fuck! She's on the carpet!
Oh, I forgot. You start your turn close to the creature. I need that first anyway. You might not have even done that. You might have done something totally different. I need a charisma
Charisma
save.
saving throw, right?
Yes.
I eat those for breakfast, alright?
You do. You're fine. You did
Oh,
what
I
you
was supposed
said.
to make one too, right? Or no,
If
it
you
moved.
started 30
Wait,
feet,
no.
you were fine. You were fine. Anybody that
Okay.
starts 30 feet within the creature's range. It is burbling. Burbling. Valros. A 15-foot high thorn wall sprouts up, giving the creature a bit of cover from this angle, to be honest, but not a big deal. A storm
will
pops up overhead as well.
Yeah, the storm I'm a little afraid of, but I'm going to just fly. You don't have to move everybody else quite yet because there'll be more movement, but I'm going to fly in just a little bit. Oh, I can move everybody.
He's like the Grim Reaper on the River of Styx.
To get within 30 feet of it, and I'm going to cast. Val's just lifts up his wraith arm and he casts blindness on it, or attempts to.
Double check. Okay. Can be blinded. Let's see. Another natural one. The last legendary resistance. Marked off.
Yeah, figured that's what he'd be doing. So I'm going to quicken. Oh, I forgot. This character does not have quicken. Never mind. And I'm just going to fly up to the roof here, as Vyri wanted, and that'll be it for Balros.
The Jabberwok gets his 3 legendary actions back. Does not heal, because he was slashed. He instead is going to see if he recharges. Does not. So he resorts to rending. We'll go for the king. As the lightning struck into him quite a few times, he roars at the sword slashing down behind him, but we're going to rend once at the king and see if we can hit him.
Oh boy.
I think that hits.
You know what? I'll silvery barbs at second level.
Reaction used. Silvery barbs. What do you give advantage to?
Am I allowed to give it to myself? Let's
Yes.
see. Does that have specification for that?
I
Yeah.
think it
I'll do
says
that
it
to
says you
myself then.
can. All right. The Jabberwok going to make a straight roll here as a reroll. 25 to hit.
That is.
Just a normal rend.
Oh darn. Compared to a crit?
27 damage. He'll rend twice. That went pretty well. Second strike. The second one, you hold up your shield. The claws grapple down on top of it, and you begin to pull with all your strength, pushing it off. Creature is getting weaker. Those of you with reactions will get op attacks as he takes to the air. Eclipse, that would start with you.
It's flying up into the air right now.
You get a reaction if you want to swing. Gonna miss. Arati only really has a staff. She's more of a caster. Whisper will do a flail attack. That is also gonna miss. Takes to the air. 20 feet up. 40 feet over. Lands on the side of this building and begins to scream into your face, Fiery. As we go to your turn, you start off hearing a very confusing burble. But you don't care.
No, he just made my job easier. I was gonna go jump on his back. Now I can just run and do that.
It does take something to get on top of a character. There's actually rules for it.
Hold on, I
If
have
you
a
want
thing.
a Misty Step or movement, I could allow that, but let me
Blessings
just
of the Raven Queen. I'm there.
let me just share this really quick.
I looked up the jump calculator to see how far I could jump before Misty stepping, Nick.
Misty Stepping is movement, but it wouldn't guarantee a grapple on top of a creature. Grappling a creature normally requires more of a grapple action of some sort. If you want to be riding the dragon.
Oh no, I plan on killing him.
I'll let you land on top of it for now. It's not very stable
don't-
ground,
Plan on
and you're not
staying.
grappled on. Ah, Nat 20. That is pretty goddamn nasty. Fiery, what do we see?
You just see blackness and ravens go, and then she's just behind him, just smashing him in the head.
As the ravens recoalesce into a form of an elven shadar-kai clad
And then
in
I
armor.
fall.
The mace smashes down onto the creature's head. You look up as a storm above you smites down above a beautiful oasis garden.
Now you do get an extra attack. Oh, it's dead? Holy shit.
Yeah,
rolls
what am I
off the
attacking?
top of the
dead
roof.
Hit
body?
it again.
Tiles playing along the side and collapse to the ground.
I jump onto the roof as he falls down with me on top of him. I can jump 4 feet.
The battle comes to an end.
I'd like to examine it and make sure it's not still breathing.
The creature looks completely not just unconscious, but killed, as its head was smashed in with a heavy, golden enchanted mace.
As I see Vyri doing that, Valros would just kind of yell out at her. Well done! Yes, well done!
I just go back up to the carpet. I go, Trowel! Trowel!
What? What?
I killed it. He didn't.
Yeah, we all saw.
I know, but you're still his, so I don't know.
I
Just
mean,
figured I'd put it out there.
Hey, Vari, did you just kill that thing? I couldn't hear you whispering from all the way over here.
oh shit, I blew my cover.
Yeah, you did. You're not very good at being invisible.
To hell with you, Valros. That kill was mine.
Should we not go down there, Navarros? We'll just
Yeah,
stay on the roof. We're safe.
What are you guys doing up there?
We'll fly down.
Are we on the top? Is
You-
that where we found him, or did he meet us down where we were?
You were where 20 feet up on the roof, right? Oh no, at the very
Yep.
peak. That's where his treasure was.
Gotcha.
As you do take a look around, and you finally have a moment, now that the beast is slain, you see his hoard. A small pile of gems. A few potions within it. And a large crystal. With an air elemental spiraling in the very center.
Look at all these crystals.
Who is the other crystal?
They're in party loot. I don't know which of you picked them up.
Before, wasn't it Valorous, I think, before? Because you were the only one who knew what they were, I think.
I
Or you
did.
mean Earth Crystal and Ice... Never mind, I'm sorry. I thought you meant the Mind Crystals. Too many damn crystals. Keep them separated.
These crystals appear to be able to alter your magic.
Sorcery
Mine.
points.
Crystal of quickening. I want that.
Valros, you do different meta magic than me. Perhaps we split them in different ways.
With these, you don't need to know how to do meta magic.
Oh, that changes things completely.
The gemstone unlocks meta magic to anybody that casts a spell. The particular ones unlock different ones. Heightened, quickened, distant, and careful. Anyone that casts a spell can use the crystal. One-time use.
Oh, so they
one
don't
Mhm.
refresh.
If
Oof.
possible, I'd like to just take the careful one, but everything else is up for grabs, I suppose.
You also see a ring. One of ancient Netherese make.
Hey, it looks like my mace.
It's ancient.
Netherese is spelled differently in each of them.
Different accents, maybe. Like a regional thing.
Different accent.
That's what it has to have been.
I wonder what the ring does. Valros, can you do your magic-y stuff with this?
What do you mean, magic-y stuff?
Can you tell us what they do without us having to, like, touch it?
I think I do identify, don't I? Or does he also do it?
Yeah,
She's giving
Val-
him shit for not being able to do magic-y stuff.
yeah. Valros is like, I can't do that.
Give me that shit,
I-
Valeros. I'm just
I-
tired of you today. I don't know what it
Trell!
is.
He's not fucking useful!
Well, that's why I'm here. I'm supposed to help.
I'll ritual cast identify.
I don't know if a wraith can roll his eyes, but in my dread form, yeah,
He's
I'd roll my
trying
eyes.
very
And
hard.
like, fine, that's the last time I haste you. Actually, I think by now it would probably
It falls
drop.
off, yeah. They both
I'd
just slow
stay
down.
there.
But you
Oh.
time it to be petty. Here, hand it here. I can identify it.
I don't touch it. I just point to the ring.
Oh, so you want me to touch it?
Yes.
Oh, the
Are you
hell with
guys
that.
able to loot that by clicking the diamonds? Does it work for you?
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
just
see it.
don't want to touch it.
Loot whatever it is that you're looting.
I guess I'll take the ring to identify it. Well, I'll keep it in there in case someone else wants it, but I will touch it and identify it.
Well, I don't think the actual identification is hidden on there. You see a ring of protection. One of Nether East make. It is ancient, but it still functions just fine. Increasing your armor value by 1.
Who's the weakest of us all and needs it?
This one in particular. Here's the full text. It is made from a single piece of mystical green glass that is stronger than steel. It has an added property that makes it less likely to drop or lose anything being held in the hand that the ring is on. You gain a +4 to bonus checks or saves against being disarmed or dropping an item. Small minor boost. Not too
I'm
often
pretty
you find yourself
armored.
disarmed.
That'd be great for somebody that has to fight with a sword or something like that. Like a certain.
I don't normally have a weapon in my hand. So
Does that
Jupiter, perhaps.
does that require attunement?
Let me double check.
I think Ring of
Hey.
Protection does.
How do you check attunements on here? Oh, it's the little sun item. Is that it?
Yeah.
Attunement required.
Second, I'm choking.
I can make use of it, but
Oh, don't
not
choke.
not a priority if someone else can make better use.
I mean, I could.
Sorry, I think I'm
but
okay.
Trell says, well, I am the hero in the group. I mean, you're looking to give it to
absolutely not.
someone.
Where is he?
Ah, ah. You just see the carpet, like feet
Speaking so
running
damn
across it.
vile.
It's okay, Trell. They can't see you.
Yeah.
Wait, is
If no
someone
one
That's-
else wants to hop on it, I'll gladly take it. But
At some point, I can't help but feel that I'm gonna have to make a persuasion check, or else Trell will become Vyri's familiar.
She doesn't even have the option to have a familiar. Trell just stops listening to Valros and only listens to Vyri.
you really can't make use of it, brother.
Who has the lowest, or the easiest ability to be hit?
I have an AC of 18.
Well, if we were to make some sort of measurement as AC, I suppose I would be a 23.
24.
22.
21.
But I mean that thing helps you hold on to your
True.
weapon, so
I
it should
truly do
be
think someone with a weapon.
frontliner.
Would also make you not be able to get disarmed from your arcane grimoire.
I don't use arcane grimoire.
I thought you did.
No, I'm pack keeper.
Mm.
Not
It's
pack
a
keeper.
it's a rod.
Chain.
Oh.
But I run. Yeah, I hold a rod in my hand.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I
as most nobles would,
I don't.
See,
Yeah, I don't think that it's more powerful than any of the artifacts I found in the Shadowfell, unfortunately.
All right, well, let's just put it like this: who actually wants it? And we'll figure it out from there.
I mean, I could use it. Bump mine up a little bit.
I think we can all use it. Makes sense. You have a weapon.
Okay, I can carry it, and if we run into someone who's especially good at parrying and disarming people, I can prepare.
Well, no, I mean, Viri, you said you have a finger, right?
I have 10.
That's. Do you have an attunement slot?
I do.
Put the damn ring on and fucking think about it overnight, alright? You have 10. Honestly.
The druidess Arati looks to the rest of the treasure. You see the air crystal flowing with elemental energy. So that's what they look like. These other gems, they help expand one's magic. Any of you could take them.
Yeah, Valros has already reached in and grabbed a quicken and a
It's not letting me
distance.
edit these. I did take the careful one. I don't know why it's not letting me, like, delete it or anything.
Did you click the loot crystal?
Because
I
it
did.
wasn't identified there. Would be good.
It's just still in the treasure for some reason, but.
Oh, because there's more than one.
Oh. If no one else wants the other one, I'd like to be able to not kill you all when I decide destruction is needed.
Yeah, absolutely. If ever we need a fireball, I could also use it, but I don't use fireball all that much.
I want to engulf you in a lightning ball of my god's creation.
But I would certainly recommend to anybody that finds they have a spell that often doesn't quite reach where they need it to reach. This other distant one is quite good. I can't remember, what does heighten do again?
Yeah, I was trying to think about that too. I can't remember.
Increased damage, if I'm not mistaken.
While you cast the spell, it has one action while holding the mind crystal, meta magic of heightened. Choose one affected by the spell. The creature has disadvantage on the first saving throw against the spell. It causes disadvantage for the enemy.
Mm.
That could be useful for some of you. Which one of you uses a big? Actually, both of you, right? Have that lightning thing that requires a saving throw.
Why
Well,
don't you
they-
take it,
Jupiter
brother?
and Libera.
They both could definitely use it. There's also 3 potions. The potions, they have a black potion that swirls with shimmering flecks of pink and purple.
Now, since there's 3, Valros will help himself. One of them.
What does this? Doesn't look. I don't think we know what this is for, brother. This is your expertise.
All right, give me a few minutes. Take out my pearl.
Varos, look at him always touching his pearl.
Wow. Yeah, it definitely doesn't sound more weird for the fucker who just said, look at him touching his pearl. I'm your brother, for Christ's sake.
Look at
Touching my pearl.
As you all watch Libera touch the pearl, he identifies the potion. A potion of psionic fortitude. You have advantage for 1 hour on saving throws to avoid or end the charm or stun condition on yourself. Text 1's mind.
Oh, I feel like someone else should have it then. I took one, but
My mind is already quite capable.
Eclipse?
Maybe it's a good idea not for the person with the big sword to not get charmed.
That is true.
Yes, didn't
I
you say you're
will-
quite mentally unstable?
Hey.
I could use one. I wouldn't mind keeping it on hand.
Okay, well, I've got one.
I only have to worry about stun for the most part.
The only one actually left is that heightened. I just can't delete that. Those 2 crystals for some reason.
You're good. With the air crystal in hand, Jupiter. Give me an
Yes.
Arcana check on it.
Okay, not the high arcana.
You can feel it pulsing with magic. It feels a bit different than magic that you're used to. You can feel the energy within the crystal itself. You go to place it into the bag with the other 2. You can see them kind of glow, illuminating the bag just a bit. 3 out of 4 collected. You don't notice anything too strange.
One step closer. Everyone, maybe we should long rest and recover from our battles. Tomorrow, we seek the last one. I believe it is the fire elemental.
Yes, I agree. That would be a very good idea. Perhaps we can return to the airship and just float casually towards our objective and rest on the ship.
Yes. We must recover. A great battle awaits us.
Oh,
I'm wondering if we can bring any of these dragonflies back with us, brother.
I am quite fond of Windcipher.
The way his scales shimmer in the Fey sun. We shall bring them against our enemies. They have the Hell Riders. We have Dragonfly Riders.
I mean, we do have wyverns that they're currently breeding, but yes, we could use these too.
I have forgotten about that experiment.
I would
Who's
have to
breeding
ask.
wyverns?
I believe Lyrie is taking ahead of that at the moment. God bless her.
We'll have to make some rolls to see how that goes. You all come back down with the air crystal in hand. Elder Bramblefoot sees you landing with the few dragonfly that remain. 2 dead. Who's still with you?
Who's the other one who has it?
What's that?
Who's the other one who has the dragonfly?
I want to say
think
Valros kept his alive.
Yeah, mine definitely died, I'm pretty sure.
Mine definitely died.
I
I'm
think
almost certain
Valros,
of it.
Valros kept his alive off on the side, and then it picked up Libera. Something like that.
Valros would happily let whoever.
Or it picked up Vyri. Somebody?
Yeah, like
Picked
Vyri
up
can.
Varos, what is your dragonfly's name? He looks majestic.
Yes, his name is Dragonfly.
I
Yes,
thought you
it's exactly
were
just
wise
like
then.
you, your personality.
You
I
guys
shall
could tell
name him.
Valros is not. He's not that comfortable on
You should name him Ramon.
Ramon.
right.
Why would I name such? It doesn't matter. I'm not
To
going to
further
keep that
humanize
name.
your bond with him.
It's clear that he's uncomfortable. Varos,
Often-
I'll take him off your
oftentimes-
hands.
People who have pets that they don't truly understand give them more fitting names as if they're equal. I once knew of a cat named Steven. Terrible honor.
I feel like if Valros had the option, he wouldn't give some people names.
Terrible. You all land at the very bottom, eventually returning with Windcipher and Dragonfly. Seeing
The
the
two of us are
small...
probably on a carpet.
Yes, the carpet as well. Seeing the small abode of Elder Bramblefoot. Ah. Welcome back from your journey, the mountain peak. I take it you have found the air crystal.
Yes.
And
You said that
there's
thing was scary.
the Jabberwok. Did you see the
Yeah.
beast?
I killed it.
I commend you. It haunts the forests of the Feywild.
These
No
dragonflies
longer.
were quite formidable.
Were they? They've never quite been the fighter.
It's not all about brawn when you're in the sky. Do you know of a way to perhaps get more? To bring some back?
They take years to train, and only live for 1 or 2 after that. The
Windcipher's
tedious
gonna
task.
die soon?
The lifespan is only but a few years.
There's surely magic to sustain them.
Yes, but they breed like rabbits.
Perhaps it's best.
Maybe when this is all done and proven
When's-
ourselves, we would like to set up maybe a trade. We would take your spawn of these dragonfly. We shall raise them.
You
I
do
should
have
protect
a
Windcipher's breed.
sustained portal to your realm. It could be negotiated.
I'm sure there are things that we could bring you. Especially
There
if
is-
we're the heroes that saved the Fell Realm from destruction.
Mm,
There is still that portal that Amvar made. Not that we should probably put that portal anywhere of ourselves, but we could perhaps move it eventually.
It is still yet to be seen if you are to save us from destruction.
I have no other option.
It's less the fact if we are, and more the fact of when.
You have
Where's
the
the
3
fire one?
crystals. You know of the riddle. But are you the heroes to save us?
Let me ask you something, Brapplefoot. Who else has ever had 3 of the 5 crystals?
There are only 4.
That's what I meant. Damn it.
He
Oh
worked
my-
quite hard. You might have a concussion.
Damn it. He did really hit me hard in the head. Have I been repeating myself?
Laughing.
Well, then my point still stands, damn it. All right. 3 of the 4. Has it ever happened before?
The next one will question your patience. That is not for me to decide. You have your crystal. See yourself to the palace of Brita in the Spring City. That party gathers their things, heads to the airship with Captain Sky, prepares to head the city of Brita. Elder Bramblefoot tells you, "The Wind Cipher and Dragonfly have bonded to you. They are yours for now, lest you scare them away."
Hey, we can get dragonfly nymphs.
Are they
Maybe.
male and female?
We have to roll for that?
You have to roll for that evens male, odds female. You can roll whatever dice you want to roll that has evens and odds on it. D10,
Sorry.
D20, D4. You roll a
Which
dice.
is what?
Evens male, odds female.
I have
You have
a
a
beautiful
female.
little girl.
Libera, you have the other one.
No,
I mean,
it'd be Valros.
Varos. What I meant to say.
Oh, I have this thing. I'm
Check
trying to.
underneath it.
I'm trying to pawn this thing off to
Doesn't
Virus.
matter, it rubs up against you.
Hey!
You have a male and a female.
See if it has one of those jetting out
You
appendages.
see like 4 twisting appendages come out. You quickly all look away. It fades to black. As we have a male and a female.
See, I thought they were going to be lesbian dragonflies, personally.
We have a harem of wyvern.
We'll have to tell Lyra that she'll have to breed these as well.
The thing is,
Poor Lyrie.
I think it's more about the time of year with the dragonfly. They mature into different sexes depending on the time of year and the season that they're bred in. It's a very complicated Feywild process of breeding. Can't be done anywhere else.
I might have to have someone working for the kingdom who oversees all of the breeding.
The breeding.
pools.
But the party takes a long rest as Captain Sky says, "I'll take her in slow to the city. We could have got there before nightfall, but I'll plan to land in the morning then."
Sleep.
Party can take a long rest, and we'll take a short rest. When we come back, the ship lands at Brita. I'll throw up a 10-15 minute timer, whatever you guys need. When you're all back, we'll pick back up. Find some music. Queen's Gardens. Play that.
He said, but there's only 5. Or 4, sorry. I keep saying 5. What's wrong with me? It's like me and a player. I don't know what's wrong.
That's only 4 elemental stones.
Surely there's 5.
There must be.
You must be mistaken.
The lightning crystal.
We all heard of the lightning crystal. You were there. You were all there. I'll be right
Take
back.
to spell good and evil and good. That's a crazy spell.
I'm just really excited about my Asmodeus silver bust.
Why are you looking at it? Ew.
It's fire opals. Just look at it. Hides so many secrets.
I wonder if I should commune with Father or prepare a new spell. Yes or no?
As I unprepare mass cure wounds, and
I
I
have
prepare cure wounds.
I have mass cure wounds for us too, but I'm
I
trying
just
to.
never had a 5th level slot, so I couldn't heal myself or any of
Yeah.
us.
Let's see. I'm gonna unprepare commune. I have dispel evil and good because I'm wondering if I don't know if we get into it.
I feel like banishment isn't worth it.
No, yeah, I don't know. I feel like everything banishment is. I've been using it, and I feel like it hasn't come in clutch yet. Not like in the Feywild. I feel like if we were.
You literally got rid of an entire fight because you banished him to some unknown place.
Oh wait, was it? No, but
Banish!
that's because
Yeah.
we were on the material plane though.
Yeah, we're not on the material plane
When I
right
said
now.
that-
It's just
and it's less
fucking
to
said
do
that-
with
there.
what plane you're in. It's what its
Oh.
home plane is.
Well, you could also send it to a Denny plane minimum, but I do
That's
remember
the
that.
time.
I fucking sent it was like the giant or whatever. Bro.
No, he was the guys for the druids.
Oh yeah.
It was like hinted some sort of hellish origin, but we have like literally no real idea who that guy was, who he works for. You just
I
fucking
just-
sent that dude out. He never came back.
I forgot about that. I'm trying to take one of these, like Aura of Purity or Aura of Life. Cause remember when Dan used that, Goro, and it was so good.
I have Aura of Life.
If you have that,
Yeah.
then Aura of Purity is not that
I'm
good.
gonna take off sending. I don't think we need it today.
I'm gonna
I
take
took
Death Ward.
tongues in case we need to talk to any of them.
Cool.
Oh my god, what is insightful maneuver? Where are we getting that from? Spell? Sounds wild.
Dispel magic, definitely.
How do you
gonna take
tell
that.
where something's coming from?
What are you looking for?
I have something called insightful maneuver. So
If you
spell-
right click and edit, so like I've invoked the Amaranthine and it's from Humblewood campaign setting, page 51.
Wait,
It'll
where
tell
does-
you. Right click and edit. It'll tell you like 3rd level divination and then where it's from.
It doesn't put a source. I have to ask Nick. I'm not sure if this is a real spell or not.
Insightful maneuver. What level is that?
It's a level 1, so it says you take it with a flash of insight. You know how to take advantage of your foe's vulnerability until the end of your turn. The target has vulnerability to one type of damage of your choice.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't have that on my spell list.
Me neither.
But you're a sorcerer.
Could
so-
be a sorcerer, yeah.
Yeah. That's really cool though. It's a bonus action too, so I can fucking do that and then max out lightning, do double damage.
I wish I could unprepare sleep.
I've been burning through spell slots though.
Rack, Lair of Atharis?
Thankfully, we fucked that thing up. I was worried. I was getting ready to pull the portable hole out. I talked to Nick, and he said that we could use it as cover.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I got haste on 2 people. That's great. That's gonna wait. It's dead.
Yeah, I mean, we just action economy the shit out of it.
Yeah.
We were kind of low, so I was like, okay, I was worried. Like, I mean,
You guys hit hard too. Like,
I didn't have a lot of health though.
Double crits, double crits.
all right, what else do I want to get prepared here? I like keeping aid. Definitely got to have healing word. Bane? I feel like I never use Bane.
I play a lot of characters that have that spell, and I can remember ever only casting it once, and it was so underwhelming.
It really is. Like I feel like it feels really good, but then it's just like it never really has like a purpose to come up, honestly.
Yeah, and you have to concentrate on it too.
Like, that's true, yeah. And it's like if anything, I'll just do bless.
Yeah,
But bless
and
is-
even bless at the level we are at now, there's so many other things that you can concentrate on that bless kind of really loses its luster.
Yeah. It'd be cool if they tried around like toyed around with this. You cast it at a higher level, you could break concentration on it. Like I know it's like kind of more of like a homebrew, but I'm gonna write that down on my group chat right now. Boys, we're changing the rules.
I love it.
Alright.
We long rested. I can Glabrazoo again.
Oh shit! Oh man! Oh man!
Though the reason I cast it on myself last time is there was no huge or big object for me to transform the object into it, and I didn't want to polymorph somebody else, so I
Yeah.
polymorphed myself, which is not really the best. Because ideally, I create the Glabrazoo and then I haste it and Eclipse and stand back, light up a cigarette, and just wait for the fight to end. Because
Hmm.
Is it
Hey,
Glabrazoo that strong?
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
demon that I had there.
can you guys read energy absorption? I'm trying to find when do I actually get rid of that charge? Is it only when I use it?
It says when your armor has an elemental charge, you can use the reaction to release it. It doesn't specify. I mean, yeah.
So I guess I could just like add it. I'll have to ask Nick, but
Your fucking armor is just glowing.
there's just a heat underneath.
It's so hot in this.
You got to flavor it like while you have that charge, like nobody can touch you. Nobody can even get close to you without getting burned.
Oh, that's what it is. Beacon of Hope. Okay. Advantage on wisdom saves, death saves. Gain
I
some
love,
maximum.
I love Beacon of Hope. It's a cool
When
spell.
Dan used that, it was so clutch.
I saw he had it on the one time. It was actually funny too because he prepared it, and then when I ended up playing as him, I guess he had originally he just got it and he was planning on using it. I was like, dude, that was like clutch during that one fight. He was just sitting back, just fucking max healing us. I think Garroth went down like 4 times during that battle. Just kept coming back up.
Campaign I play and we play with the grievous wounds table. So every time you go down, go unconscious, you have a chance of rolling a bad wound, and it could be something like losing an eye or losing
Yeah, we
a
kind of do that. I want to see they come up more. So Grievous is just comes up more often.
and
You said.
yeah, last session we had one guy. He's always played a ranger in the 3 campaigns I've played with him. He's always played a ranger, and we TPK'd a few weeks back. So created new characters, and everybody kind of encouraged him. No, play something else. Give something else a try. So he's playing an Eldritch Knight, and he's a great guy, but he's not he not a great D&D player. Like, he's fun to play with and all that, but he doesn't really understand the mechanics that well. So poor guy kept making bad decisions. He went down 4 times during that fight that we had,
Yeah.
and he had to roll a grievous wound each time. So he has a scar that can't be healed. He lost an eye. He lost a hand, and he has a permanent limp, which reduces his speed by 10. It's like, damn, you should have just let that character die.
Damn. Yeah, we roll with that in Thursday group I run, and the one guy fell like a crazy amount, and we do it if you take double your damage, there's a chance of like a lingering wound, and he had like a broken nose. That was it. He's a badass character, though. I think even Nick
No,
would
he
agree.
fell how many feet?
He fell like 300 feet, but his character is just like every character they've always created is like it's like very strong, but it doesn't feel broken. It just feels like they're just like indomitable. Like
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, there's a guy I play with. Every character this guy creates is like he just tunes it just right.
Yeah. This guy
And he
plays
really knows how to play
a
them.
bugbear with 15 feet reach because he has a 10-foot weapon, and then he's got the extra reach of the bugbear. So if you enter his space, because he's got, I think, Sentinel or one of the feats,
Polearm Sentinel.
he's got that. So then he's got the bonus action, and then he's also a battle master. So he has all these like dies that he's applying. So within like the first turn, him and then there's a gun monk on my in the group. They just annihilate. If something survives the first 2 rounds, then it kind of turns in my favor. But they just destroy shit.
That's Farron's setup.
they're-
She's a polearm sentinel where she's just made to lock things down. And because she has her echo and she can opportunity attack from either one. I don't know if you noticed, but she was stationed by Jupiter and Libera. Her echo was by Libera and she was by Jupiter. So if anyone came close to either of them, she can stop them 10 feet away.
I feel bad. I really liked Farron. It just was like, oh, this is
Oh,
a
yeah.
this
This
is
is
a
a Mari
this is a
thing.
Mari
Oh, yeah.
arc. Hey, do you mind? What was the excuse?
Get the
I
fuck
used?
out of here!
No, I.
Can you
we
go
had,
talk
like, an
to
in-lore reason.
Lyrie for me? Can you go
We had,
tell
like-
Lyrie this stuff?
We had the in-lore reason. What was it that?
You
was like-
told her to go talk to Lyrie and tell Lyrie about some of the
Oh
stuff.
yeah, tell everyone what had happened and what's transpiring.
Yeah.
It has to be you though.
It
Specifically.
has to be you. Just you.
Also, don't talk to Vyri on your way out.
No one's actually told Lyrie what's happened. She's just
We definitely
clueless.
did. We
No!
did. Yes,
You guys
we.
haven't
I
mentioned
definitely
it.
did.
No, the only thing you said was, so have you talked to the Raven Queen lately?
No, I definitely. I didn't want to RP all of that. All right, that was a lot. All right? That's off screen. All right, there's no way you're.
No, I'm out of sending spells. She's
I'll
like, cool,
explain
I'm
it
just
to you
gonna
tomorrow.
Well,
No,
we are
definitely
all
would've
back.
screwed.
Pause, listening in. He will be back in a moment. Make sure you took that long rest. The day will transpire. The afternoon spent on the airship.
Hey, we had a question. So I posted it just before my armor. When does that charge go away, and does it go away? Like, do I still have it for greater absorption?
Let me double check.
You could use your reaction to release it with a melee attack.
Because what I did is I just made it like a charge so I could keep track of it, but I wasn't sure if it really kept it. I don't see a duration. It's honestly up to you. I mean, it's 4d6, so it is a lot, but
No, that's just a reaction you can use. So if you get hit with elemental damage, it stores some of the energy. But it does take your reaction.
to use it,
Um,
you can use your reaction to release it. So I had it mistaken. I thought it was I thought it was honestly like an absorb elements, but so do I still just have the charge and I can use it as a reaction whenever I hit? Or
if you've already released it, you'd have to be hit again.
okay. Cool. So it's like I guess I can only ever have one charge. It's a better way to think of it then.
Right, so if it was lit
Cool.
up with fire, you release that fire.
Meaning we can hit you with shit and you just absorb it.
Yeah, you could. You could charge it up with a cantrip.
And then I don't know if I've done before. Can I just do
Wait,
left?
does this mean that I'll be able to firebolt you? Oh, this is wonderful.
You've always been able to.
Is necrotic an element?
Don't ever do that to me. Can I do a distant whisper? I'll put it into my blade. That'll be it stored. Well, I think I had a 4th level. Or does it have to be a level 1? 3rd level. I guess it would have been a level 2 then.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna top up my mace with a 2nd level inflict wounds.
Where do you keep for your note? Where do you just put it in the description? I guess.
I just put it in the name.
Okay.
So
I'll just do
like,
that then.
you see that? 2 IW, 2 inflict wounds.
Oh, cool.
Level 2 inflict wounds.
Yeah, I'll do that then.
Whatever works best for you.
Yeah. It just reminds me that it's there because it's in my face and not in the description.
You arrive at the city of Britta. With an airship, you do not have to traverse the maze, hedge maze in the
Oh,
front.
thank God.
The airship lands directly into the city. Had you not taken one, the maze sucks. Just so you know. It's a skill challenge, but it's a hard one.
Oh, we're back to Snail Dude.
We're gonna be on the north here.
Uh,
As you land in front of a courtyard. Captain Sky says, "We pulled right up to the palace. That should be what you're looking for. Go ahead and, Oh, it seems we already have a welcoming party." As you see, marching forward with crystal swords that kind of float, almost forming a blade, body parts that seem to disconnect, and light shining between them. Glasswork golems. Cathedral-like castle ahead.
I'm going to cast Tongues on myself. Well, Tongues doesn't make it so you can understand it.
Alrighty, well, I guess we're
Understand
starting
any
right.
spoken language it hears.
Are they just
Hey!
standing there menacingly?
I'll talk in Sylvan. Hello there. We come in peace. Everyone have your blades out.
That's
You
not
see,
peaceful, Libera.
These
As you
people are
all-
quite. Oh, hold on.
as you all step off of the airship, they start to draw weapons and pull them forward as if ready to attack. Some of their poses become a bit of a crouched attacking pose.
I would try to speak prime. What is it language?
Do we have to land
Primordial?
right here?
Captain Sky says, I could drop you off somewhere else, but the town's kind of hard to traverse, so I just thought I'd bring you right to the castle. They
I
should
mean,
be
that-
amicable.
Okay, I will follow the party and let them kind of make decisions. Because it seems like we're invading the castle.
Jupiter, give me an intimidation check. And this is in Primordial.
Why can I not find Primordial on the list? It's dumb.
Did I have tried to do thaumaturgy to do like rumbling of thunder while he's saying all this?
Well, sorry, Jupiter, if you're talking, I couldn't hear you.
No, I wasn't talking.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. A 4. Thaumaturgy.
Like when he says Sylvanas, I'll try to do like a crack of thunder.
Give me an Arcana check with it. See if it has any effect. That'd be you, Libera.
Oh, I'm so sorry. What did you want me to do? I apologize. I missed whatever you said.
An Arcana check.
Sorry, gotcha.
See if it has any effect on the glasswork golem.
Hell no.
So as you step up, Jupiter begins to proclaim something in primordial. They begin to step forward with their blades out, unimpeded by his words, as you try to make his words louder and turn it into a shout. They begin to quickly surround and close the gap. As you see a large door open to the north, a dwarf step out. Hi! What are you doing?
Obviously upsetting these crystal golems.
We are here. I'd speak in Dwarvish. We are here for the fire key. We mean your people no way, no harm.
No. Put your weapons away. That'd be a start.
I put my weapon away. Everyone. We can put our weapons down.
I put mine away and then just start walking forward and seeing what they do.
Aye. Stand down, you stupid thing. He kicks it. It steps to the side, lowers its weapon. They're just the palace guardian. There's a whole bunch of them. All of one mind. Not one of it any bit as smart as the damned gnome that created it. He pushes open two heavy stone doors, and you see a temple. I will now reveal all the tokens inside too, as you see more of these golems lining the walls, and a council meeting going on. Somebody speaking, what looks like the queen sitting upon a throne, and knights, wizards, and mages lining the sides. Just hang on and wait your turn. Pull up unannounced, we aren't really ready for you.
Well, we're here. What can you tell us about this key of fire? We possess all the other ones. We're here to complete your prophecy.
I'll give him a history check while you guys wait and overhear this one conversation. Elkhorn says, Well, I've heard the prophecy before. One of the primordial keys. You know what it is, don't you?
What is it?
Aye. The heart of a dead primordial.
I don't care if it's the liver. We need it.
Well, something that strong ain't never always dead. That thing's got a lot of power. Legend says you'll collect all four. You'd have to prove yourself to her. You think she's gonna hand that over?
Who is this her?
The Queen points across the way.
Good, someone to negotiate with then. Two kingdoms can be allies.
I don't know if she's up for much negotiating. But you're welcome to plead your case. You all listen in to the conversation ahead of you.
I would try to, yeah.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Is it happening in another language?
It is happening in Elvish.
Of course, I use tongues in the language I know.
I can't understand it anyways, then actually I'll delete mine.
You're fine.
I
You
can't
see Razel, what seems to be an elven woman, a rogue-like figure, dressed in leathers with swords and a crossbow, is pleading a case that she was frozen, petrified, and could not fulfill her duty. And the queen is questioning her in a very strange way, and Viri, I would like an insight. Anybody else that's listening as well, an insight check.
Still speaking Elvis, right?
Yes, sorry, still speaking Elvish.
Could I guess body language wise still do it?
At disadvantage, I might be able to give you something if you roll high. She rolled really low. In this conversation, most of you pick up Libera. It's a little bit hard, but you can tell that she's clearly putting this person through some type of an interrogation. But Jupiter and Viri, the two of you can tell that the questions are deceptive in nature, and she's trying to make her say the wrong answer.
I think only one of us should talk at a time.
And you see
Right
that
here.
Razel does not say the right things. And Queen Aveline says, "It is for your crimes that you will be punished. Petrification once more. Or perhaps in this, you learn to defend against it. The next time your queen needs you, and you fail her." And she's taken away by crystal golems.
I'm gonna one by one do an individual connection with each of you inside your mind, and I'll just like quickly tell you before moving on to the next person. Be prepared for a fight. We shall try to talk our way out of this. But be prepared. And I'll keep my connection with you, Jupiter.
Oh, I'm ready, brother.
Libera, do you want the ability to be able to speak all languages?
I won't say no.
Don't yell at me when I hurt myself later.
I'm proficient in Sylvan and Primordial. She doesn't look like a dragon, but I could talk to that.
Elcorn looks over with a thumbs up. "You've got this."
I cast tongues on Libera.
I'll give him a thumbs back out as I walk over. Good evening. I hear you are queen. We are the kingdom of Stormhaven. And I'll do a very like royal-esque bow. And I'll kind of like look to the other to like continue.
"The kingdom. Are you the king?"
Of that I am.
"In what realm does your kingdom reside?"
The material plane.
"And you have come here today, seeking the crystal. Is that correct?
I believe you'll find that although our kingdoms are far apart, we could be true allies. We are after the crystal, yes, but our goals are mutual.
What drives you to seek the power of the fire crystal?
To save the material plane from the Shadowfell's advances.
That is an acceptable answer. How would you define heroism?
You won't find it in a book, in a fairy tale. It's all but an illusion. It's actions that can create a kingdom as well as fell it. We all came as simple adventurers, and we carved our way into the kingdom that we are now.
Roll a persuasion.
I don't think we have an inspiration, right? We just stopped doing the daily ones.
Everybody got one today except for you, because you were late.
Alright, bye, man.
I'm gonna roll a deception for her, though. Yes.
Damn this woman, Varos.
You see, she says, that answer is not acceptable. Are you willing to bear the burden of an immense
A
power?
27 was unacceptable?
Oh, well, you don't have inspiration.
Oh, I don't have it. I'm sorry. I thought you were messing with me. I apologize.
No, I'm serious.
Lord.
That's what I said. You weren't here, so I was like, you know what? He doesn't get it. Everybody else does.
It's okay. I'm with it.
Alright, I still love you.
When did you say
Unfortunately,
that? I'm sorry.
she says, the answer is unacceptable. Are you willing to bear the burden of immense power for a greater good?
I already have.
I need another persuasion check. The DC for this one is 29. You need a crit. You see, she says, another unacceptable answer. One more and I will deem you unworthy of the fire crystal. What
Do you want your queen released? She's currently held hostage.
Do you wish to speak for your king?
We
I'll,
speak as a council.
She may speak as anyone else in this room. For the kingdom of Storm Haven has not but one leader.
If one of my council members speaks over me, they will lose their head. If you wish for her to speak in your stead, then you may step down.
I'll look at you, Vi. Did you seem like you wanted to step up?
She will if you step down.
I can handle the lies. Don't worry. I'll say
Okay.
that in your mind. What's your final question, then?
There are two more. You're to get them both correct. What sacrifices are you willing to make for the sake of others.
Well, I hope it
Quick
would
question.
carry great weight.
Go ahead, Valros.
Can since I have Trell on my shoulder and he's invisible, can I whisper something to Trell for him to go to Libera, as if I'm trying to give him advice and give
Yeah,
him
you
the
can give
help
the help
action that
action.
way? Cool.
Full carrier message.
Yeah, you'll feel Trell land on your shoulder.
What's your piece of advice?
Advantage on your persuasion check.
He said, don't fuck this one up, buddy. I got you. I got a couple of ideas, all right? Don't worry about it. All right, sacrifices, right? Sacrifices. That's easy, right? Just like, tell her you'd kill yourself over her.
I'm gonna take
How
disadvantage.
beautiful
No,
she
it's
is, you
fine.
know?
I would gladly, as well as anyone else on this council, lay our life down. We would sacrifice ourselves for the greater good.
That is an acceptable answer. How do you plan to use the fire crystal?
Out of character, we're trying to bring that tree back, right?
To save your father, not
Yeah.
father.
We would bring back God of the Wood, Sylvanas. We would save him.
It is an acceptable answer. Understand that receiving the fire crystal and reviving Amantiancian, the elemental spirit of the forest, it will release the powers that are trapped within the crystals. He has slumbered for some time, and awakening him will awaken the others. 4 great spirits, their powers as strong as gods. It is the only way to protect Sylvanas through the coming sundering.
What would these spirits do?
That is for them to decide. They are not against humanity, but they are against the gods.
I can settle with that.
They come from a time before the deities ruled this realm. Some were sent away for their chaos, to other planes of existence. Their return could mark destruction. The burden is upon you to prevent that. Pulls out a gilded chest, opens it, and reveals, wrapped in a nice velvet cloth, a large fire crystal. And with that, the party has all 4.
Ooh.
Generosity will not be forgotten. Perhaps our 2 realms can become closer than once thought before.
You see one of the mages says, Ringelrun, Oh, I've been 2 weeks and they're all dead. And Kellic says, "Oh, 1 week. 1 week for all of them. I'll take you up on that bet."
I'm gonna be betting on our damn lives. How about I double that? That'd be last 3 weeks.
Oh my god.
Isn't the prices for
Oh, well, 3 weeks. And if you're still alive, you'll have our beards. It's a deal.
I'd like that in writing.
You see a small script appear in front of you. He waves around a staff of power.
I'm gonna interject and be like, wait! Don't sign
The deal
agreement.
is signed. A beard's a beard. If you come back, you'll have ours. And if you do not, well, then you'll be dead. And you've just signed over most of your equipment.
Deal.
Yes, I know.
He
it's
doesn't. He
already
doesn't
signed.
actually sign. He doesn't actually sign it though. He just gives it back to him. He's just gonna pretend.
Give me deception.
I like move my hand around. Try to fold it up. Deception.
My bearer, they don't know what I just did to them. My master back home. He always said if you beat a dwarf, you get their beard.
Wait, you have to sign it.
I'll sign it.
It floats over to Jupiter.
Well, wait, hold on.
Your beards are mine.
Kellic kind of jumps and kicks his heels. Our beards are yours, yes, right. You'll be dead in a week, and I'll be as rich as a fool.
Don't worry, brother.
Why the hell? What are you gonna do with 2 pairs of beards?
They've been growing those beards for 20 years. That's 20 years that I have now of them.
They can join the hill giant toenails in my back.
And they'll be
What?
embarrassed.
And I
What the
just
fuck
walk
are you
away.
keeping in your bag?
Everyone knows a wizard's beard is magical. Now out with all of you.
We have to find this tree.
Queen
Takes you all
Evelyn,
out.
when we come back in 3 weeks for those 2 fools' beards, now you have our hand as allies.
I might cut their heads off before you get back.
As long as you don't touch their beard. We
It's a
sign a
part of
deal.
sacred contracts you wouldn't want to invoke an inevitable.
I believe that's one of your laws.
It's like a devil thing, I think.
Get out of here, Libera. I have to intend to Valros's dragonfly, named Dragonfly. I prefer to call him Drageen.
I've been calling him DF.
DF.
You see Libera ignores it, but that's the exact dragonfly that wouldn't like Libera. I mean, not Libera, Valros. Jesus Christ. And that's why Dragonfly sticks around, is because Valros ignores it. You all fly to the trees of vitality.
Well, that was quicker than I thought. We have time to head to the vitality trees.
Before we get there, do we not want to do you have it prepared, brother? The
I would like-
ceremony.
I actually don't have it prepared this time. I only took divination today. Father
I didn't put ceremony either.
is... Well, ceremony. I don't have ceremony, but commune. Sorry, I thought you were talking about a different spell.
I was thinking Well, we'd have to take another day, I suppose, but for atonement, in case these spirits are not quite understandable waking up.
I don't
Is that
know.
dandelion? Hey, what's up, man?
Oh, you sons of bitches are back again. Pulls out his sword.
I'm gonna try to do a Sylvan like dab up. Whatever the customary. Come on, give me some root.
Give me persuasion. Advantage.
I'm glad I got it for that. Not for the queen. But to dab up a fucking dandelion.
He jumps up and he uses his sword in order to push himself higher. Stands on the very top of it as he balances and gives
Give me
you a
some
dab.
pedal.
Up top. There we go. Right there. Down low. Ah! Slides down his sword. Good to see you all again.
Brother, I just realized atonement says one willing creature. We don't know if that creature is willing.
Yeah. We definitely never read that before.
The tree
I
and
wonder why it
sapling
never
says,
works.
"Hey man, consent's like real important."
Well, we're going to be awakening this treant, and we need this treant to save my father.
Oh,
Did say they would be on our side.
you can't know till he's awake, could you?
You're right. Everyone. We should prepare anything that would maybe help us in case awakening this creature. Maybe it's grumpy when we wake it up.
I think it would be safe if all
Like
the
Libera.
mushrooms and the bee perhaps all stood back.
That's one cute bee.
Dandelion man, you would surely stay with them to protect them, yes?
I shall use my body as a shield. My life
Protect that bee with your life.
for the grove.
The grove.
Rome brothers.
Why is that flower so damn cool?
Libera.
What is this? Think I'm gonna die when I go up there? Is that supposed to inspire greatness for me?
Now, he is only protecting his investment in getting those 2 beers.
Just in case.
My protective brother.
I will
Gotta
also
create a death
cast
ward effect.
aid on Libera myself in Videry.
How do
Remember
we
to-
change?
Remember to add 5 and then also give yourself 5, according to the DM. 71.
I have no idea how to change it. Put it on the bottom right, but it doesn't like.
You have to add your elf 5 as well.
I'll take a look here and try to add it for you. Death ward, and then aid.
Let's see. Okay, I can.
Who is aid
okay.
going on to?
The clerics.
The clerics. Done and done. And yeah, so what you have to do on this sheet is unlock it. Then there's a cogwheel. There's a temp max by 5 save, and then that'll put Viry at 71. Then you can lock your sheet again. Take a look at Libera here.
I fixed
Yours,
it.
you have the 10, so you're fine there. Oh, so it's 10, not 5?
It's just 5.
It's just 5. Okay, so
I'm
just
sorry.
5.
I thought you did it. Oh, it starts at second level. I apologize.
Triggered, so 5. There, you're good. Perfect.
Well, I guess I'm ready to die.
Now, wait, give me one moment here. I wish to take a better vantage point, and Valros will pull out the flying carpet and get on it and get up a few feet up in the air.
I will
Do we-
activate my armor to fly for the next hour.
Do we think these spirits are... Should we prepare for a fight?
Something tells me that assembling 4 keys will unlock a door to something we're not ready for.
Well, if that's the case... Wish me luck. I feel as if something else will come out of the portal this time.
I shall be hovering overhead, brother.
I'll do summon aberration, and this time, as I crackle the lightning, you would see a toad-like creature with a big, meaty staff just walk out. So I'll put a slat on.
Body boy. Very nice.
That's weird. I don't know why it's... I'll change the photo in a second.
And would Valros be able to spot a large object nearby? Like a rock or a...
Yeah,
something
there's
like
plenty
that?
of large objects, trees, rocks, whatever you would look for there.
Okay.
You step up to the tree, fly up to the tree, carpet up into the air. The
I'm
dandelion
following
steps back.
behind Libera, and I'm going to stay about 30 feet away from the tree.
Is this whole thing the tree?
This is the tree.
Oh.
These are parts of its roots that go down into the ground and create a large mound, and there's a walkway up. You can see somewhat of the resemblance of a face and arms that look like branches holding up heavy, large bushels of leaves above them. Roots that extend deep into the earth.
Get ready, everyone. Do not need to all be visible. If you wish to do so.
Libera walks past me, and I, at will, go invisible.
What? What are you? You have invisibility.
Invisible.
Okay.
Invisible!
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'll kind of look at the roots or anything. Do I see like any specific like sockets or anything like that?
No, but you do see that the 4 crystals begin to hum with energy the closer they get to the tree. You do see what looks like a large cavity underneath the tree that has been dug up.
All right, as we get closer, I'm gonna use thaumaturgy to announce it out to the forest. The 4 crystals shall be united. Prepare yourselves. I'll place them all as close to the tree as I can.
After about a moment, you see the fire crystal begin to take flame. The ice crystal grows with ice shards extending out from the crystal. The energy begins to seep from each of them, earth filling the whole, and the storm swirling it all together. Energy begins to push out from under the tree, and you see them coalesce around you. As the fire coalesces into what looks like a volcano of flame, a face forming above it. The water, like a frosty icicle storm, a blizzard. The wind swirling fast, almost no face to that one, more of just a large storm cloud that almost begins to sweep Jupiter into it. And the stone bulging out from the earth like a mountain. Their voices speak in unison. You've released us. This becomes a little bit harder to hear as they say different words at the same time. The storm says Stormbringer. The earth says Rock Molder. The fire says Destroyer. And the frost says the storm. And all four of those at the same time, as they start to kind of dissipate. You can see that they are extending their form, almost flying away. The tree begins to rumble. It pulls its legs up out of the ground, leans down, sees the innate crystals underneath it, and goes to scoop them up. Who has awakened the Montian?
Kingdom of Stormhaven.
The elemental shards. Their powers released. This is your duty to fix. He rolls his hand down towards you as the 4 shards fall, now looking like innate gemstones. Place the spirits back into their vessel. When you are done with me, or face their wrath upon your world.
We need you for Sylvanas.
Yes, I have spoken with him. His champion. He looks at you. It is good to see you.
It is good to see you.
The Sealy Court must be saved. I shall go with you. Once this is done, return the primordials, or face their destruction. And he kind of goes to step to his full size. You see a 600-foot tall tree. He's gargantuan.
Well, you look like quite the ally.
You will need me in the Shadowfell.
Then let's bring war to them. We'll deal with the primordials after.
I'll ask my guide here how to get back. I'll look underneath my cloak. What was that guy's name? Sir what?
Sir Talavar.
Sir Talavar. Now's our chance.
Oh. I died, sir.
Oh, wait.
I died in the explosion.
No, he did
Ah!
die. We got a flashback to
His
doing
dead
his
body
grave.
rolls out and rolls down the hill.
No, I
You see one of
forgot.
the small mushrooms rolls over, jumps, hops. Wait, hops on top of it. That's good soil.
We'll need to make him a grave. at
No need,
once.
friend. I'll take care of this one. And his roots stick in.
This just feels wrong. Can we at least like make it somewhere nicer?
This'll be plenty fine. Lots of shade and mildew.
If that's what you think, young mushroom.
Name's Camp.
I give his body to you, Kemp.
He watches yell in horror as a Montian just stomps through them. It's awful. It's bad. You just hear, ah!
Get out of the way!
Just
Get out of the smaller mushrooms! Huddle them together!
some of you quickly scurry in front and try to move them out of the way. Did I
Get the dandelions out of
step
here!
in something?
I'm so sorry.
It is bad. But the party has awoken a Montian and heads back to where Lady Moonfire guards the Shadowfell portal. Only a few hours away. You get there by noon. Back in the Sealy Court.
I'll commission the Slad to stay there for the hour and try to recuperate the dead bodies of all the smaller mushrooms that didn't make it before it disappears. Feels so long since we've been here.
Ah!
Holy shit! Just hold on a
Pushing
second.
through the wall. You
Just
see
one moment.
his body kind of meld with the trees.
Just breaking all the branches.
Oh. This is why I'm part of the outer court. He crawls over you all, leans into the portal. This is the only way to her realm. That won't work. Sits down on the chair as you hear it creak under his weight.
Hold
And a
on, I
huge
might-
portal begins to open in the center of the room.
Oh.
Much better. As a much larger portal opens, he goes to step into it. Unless you had to say your goodbyes to anyone. Follow me.
Has it been Lady Moonfire?
That's something, isn't it?
No, he's something, alright.
Well... Oh, who's this?
We've picked up quite a lot of friends along the way. This is Eclipse.
Well, good news is nobody got by on my watch.
I'd like to say goodbye to Whisper.
Pleasure to meet you, Eclipse. I'm Lady Moonfire.
I didn't know that, but I did walk by you. How long ago was that out of character? That I came through this portal?
It's
Like a
been
day and a half ago.
Okay. I did come through here a day and a half ago, and for that I apologize.
Certainly not, unless you were invisible. No. In fact, I think I put the invisibility on. You would have had to have been some type of a magician to get past me. And a rather good one.
Is this room well lit?
No, it's dim light.
Okay, there's no area of darkness.
There's small corners and crevices.
Like, is there somewhere I could like lean back and then I just fade out of view?
Yeah. You already
Okay,
stealth
yeah.
past her once.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna like lean in a corner, and then you can't see me.
Little trick, I suppose. Well, Shadowfell hops into the portal, following Amantian.
Goodbye, Whisper. I shall remember you.
Who is it you're speaking to, Libera?
He's out there, just know it.
You see a gust of wind blow past the door, and it almost sounds like a cry.
It's the greatest edge, and you wouldn't understand. He'll go into the portal.
Soon as Libera goes through the portal, Valros would be like, "Oh, I didn't realize they were a thing, those two. All right." He'll jump into the portal.
Ooh.
Oh, bloody hell.
The other side, the party finds themselves in the Everdark Forest. A meek reflection of the Feywild, dead trees and forestry all about, the animals starved, scared, fleeing when they see you. Amantian right behind you, I will add him onto the map and just make his token smaller for the world map here.
You don't want to take up half of it?
Oops, that's too small.
Where did he go? Why is he that small here?
Does anyone see me? I'm in the
No, you're hiding.
forest. The
Well, now, this
Shadowfell made me tinier.
Which one is the mantis seen?
place isn't so bad. I rather like it down here.
I told you it's not that bad.
In your immediate vicinity, you see a small town on a beach. You see a small town in the mountains, built around what look like cavernous walls that lead up to darkness. No sky above, no star, no light. Floating motes of earth here and there cause it to almost seem like there is no ground. You can see a dark river that seems to lead to a lake, a walled city in the center, beyond the edge of the forest, and a mountain with a smoky peak and a fortress sticking out.
That's the fortress I went to in my dream.
Is that not also where I believe someone told us that the court is being held?
The
Yes.
Fortress of Memories?
That is where we must go.
And I would imagine that they will not be very welcoming once we get there.
We could
Yeah.
see what's around. What the locals know.
We could also alert them of our presence here.
I'm not stealthy.
I didn't imagine so. Once we get out of the tree line, be a lot more.
I could wait until I'm needed.
A large tree friend here did make a point. It might be useful to scout around, get the lay of the land, perhaps glimmer some information from some of the locals. A bit of a scouting effort.
How, how long do you think it would take us to get to that town?
It's only 75 feet away, 3 or 4 steps.
Oh, what the hell are we doing here? Just
Much like in a cartoon, you kind of step across the map.
Do we have like torches and lit right now to see? Does
You're all in
anyone
a
need a
dark
torch?
forest right now, so.
you have dark vision. Well, perhaps it's only 75 feet away. We just go over there. Perhaps you
75
should stay
feet.
behind.
That looks at least a couple hours away, I would say.
Yes, obviously, Lady Moonfire. But thank you, DM. How about you stay here then, Manstein? If we don't come back or send word of our safety, you're to go to that town and destroy it.
I will consider this course of action. The party makes their way to the small town then.
I'm gonna choose to be like invisible this whole time. Yeah, so I don't know how comfortable I feel being back in this place, so just know that I'm nearby, and then Eclipse she's not there anymore. You don't see her.
I can see you. We can be best friends.
You see a small
You and
fishing
Trout.
village. The water as black as night. It almost looks like a pool of black ink. People going about their daily lives at a very slow pace. Most of them look withered and aged. None of them seem to regard you as if you don't exist.
Good, my magic is working.
If one of those people are nearby, Valros will try to detect magic. I just want to get a sense if they're like under a spell or something like that.
Yeah, let me see. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
I'm going to use my inspiration.
You do not detect magic, but you do detect that this creature seems to be charmed. But not through magic.
Okay. He'll turn to everybody else. Well, now, isn't this rather peculiar? They seem to be charmed, but yet I detect no magic here. This is odd. Have any of you ever heard or seen anything like this?
Is there one that you would say is further away from the rest or like separated from the pack kind of deal?
It's a whole town.
I'll specifically try to search out for someone who's like alone that I would think that we could maybe single out.
Oh, Libera, do be mindful. In most cases, when creatures are charmed, they're charmed by some single entity. Uh, One that can perhaps perceive through their senses. If you were to attempt anything, you might give yourself away.
Give me a stealth check, Valros.
Me? Stealth check? Oh,
Yep.
shit. I told you. Oh, shit.
You see one person walks by you, and they stop and look, one of the first few people to engage you. And they say, Why would you think anyone's charmed?
Oh, it's your lovely personality. You're rather charming.
I'll enter your mind, Valorous. Are you sure it's a charm?
And if I can answer that back, yeah, it'd be like,
Yeah, I'll just keep the connection with you.
Ignore that. Don't want to see the name. I hate that when I have stuff hovered, it shows up. They
it,
do roll higher than you, though. Did you hear? There's no magic here. We all want to be doing this. No need for heroes.
oh, I see. Is your voice the only voice you hear in your head?
You should leave.
Sorry to be
Ah,
of trouble then. I'll give a small bow, and I'm just gesture to the group to back the hell out of you.
Give me a wisdom save, Libera.
Is this anything that
It's a charm
I have in
effect.
mind? Okay. Let me double check. I always forget if I have advantage or not. Advantage on it, yeah.
Yeah, advantage.
Wisdom save?
Wisdom save, DC 14. You feel as you connect eyes, as you come up from that bow, kind of a pulse around your mind. And then a scrambling of that pulse as you're protected by it.
Well, we will be on our way then. I'll enter. Well, I guess I can't enter Valorous's mind, but I'll enter everyone else's. I keep forgetting Valorous. You in that fucking ring. I'll be like, we need to
you
get out
don't
of here now.
you don't know it's a ring though. It's always been invisible.
Yeah, Library doesn't know. I love that item though.
Fiery,
Hmm.
you see somebody looking at you as you start to walk out of here.
Do I recognize them?
You don't. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Is it for charmed?
It's for charm. Same thing. You start to feel something pulse around your mind as you break the eye connection and look away. You hear that same person in that same voice. Get out. Get out of here. Another one as you walk by. Get out. Steps forward towards the road. Does anyone
Well,
warn people not to look?
Shut your eyes. We need to get out of here.
really, I suddenly feel like I want to stay and find out what's going on. If it is
Amen.
happening here, it perhaps happens everywhere.
Does
Do
someone
you
have the ability to remove charm from people?
I can, but it would only be within my light. I posted the thing too. It's essentially the Twilight aura.
Nice.
I won't use it. I was just posting it for them, but
I mean, you could. That would go break a charm. And you could try to talk to them.
it's up to you all. I could attempt.
Oh, you mean that you could
I
do
have
that
3.
on one of the citizens here? Yes,
Yes,
that
that's
would
what I was
be.
trying to find, one that was secluded. I could end it in an instant, but well,
If you just
I'm
run through the city, can you just make everyone not charmed?
I mean, it lasts a minute, and I could do it potentially for 3 minutes. I don't know how many people are here. I could do it like every 6 seconds. I
Or
don't
you
want to do that.
Or we could simply,
Find a one that's secluded and end a charm.
or try and gather the entire town together into one large group.
Mm.
If this one individual doing this, maybe a quick strike.
My light isn't exactly, well,
You can
I
all
don't
roll
know.
nature check.
If
guys
they
are
all
pretty
were
high level.
within, we'd have to have them all end their turn there. I don't
Feels pretty
understand why nature
appropriate.
isn't wisdom. It's so weird.
Yeah, it really feels like it should be wisdom, but I guess learned
I mean,
nature.
intellect. Intellect
Um,
needs all the buffing.
20 is pretty good. 18 is pretty good. Viry, on an 18, plenty of creatures attack and assault things' minds. You know that typically leans towards aberration. You don't know exactly what aberration might be doing this, but Valros, you have an idea. I want to ask if you have any guess as a player, or did you see the name?
I saw
I
the name.
You saw
I
the
did
name?
not see the name,
Yeah,
but
you were mad quick with it. I saw something pop up and it was already deleted when my eye looked over.
I Varos, having spent most of his life in a library reading, would know of some creatures, but not specifically. I don't think. Like he knows, like for instance, the illithid, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can do some pretty wacky stuff. So he might say something like,
But you've
you know,
read, and I'm going to give
hmm?
you this on a 20, more than the illithid. You've read of an aberration far more ancient, one that can enslave one's mind. An aboleth. A primordial. You know, aboleths as ancient as gods, some even older.
And they are like oh, okay.
Oops, that typed in the wrong language. Well, I mean the right language for him, right?
Which is a language I obviously can't read.
Is it deep speech or
Why
primordial?
did it still do it? Beat. Common, common.
Well, the deep speech, right? I think primordial is more
It's
like
still
elemental.
doing it, huh? What is up with that?
You
Is it
do you
deep
have it?
speech?
Do
I'm
you have
just
it
gonna post
selected?
it. No, I have common selected, which is why it's frustrating. I'm just gonna post it in Discord.
It is deep speech. Aww.
Here, we'll give you some info on aboleths. Gods in the lake. An aboleth dwells in watery environments, including oceans, abysses, deep lakes, and the elemental plane of water. In these domains and lands adjoin, the aboleths are like gods, demanding worship and obedience of their subjects. They consume other creatures, and they prey on eternal memories.
We should kill it.
Telepathic powers, not magic, psionics, much like Nilithid.
This feels like a distraction, but I can't. It sounds horrible. Could
Very,
we walk away?
very. You said you saw this? Like where? Where?
Oh, I've never seen one. I've simply read about such things.
If
He's in
that's
the
the
water.
case, I have 3 minutes at most I could attempt.
If he's close by, it means he's just gonna keep enslaving them. We should
Sure.
free them.
I think we should. Hmm.
Murder the aboleth.
Do we know where it is?
That's the problem. How do we find it?
I can move around town and see if I can.
Oh, this might be one of those situations where we all want to stay near one another, or more to the point, near our friend Libera.
I am aware as well. Just because you're unseen, we don't know how this effect works.
Oh, if we're going into this town, I think it's a good idea to drink those psionic potions if this is a strong creature.
Moonfire says, do we have to really save these people? And they live in the Shadowfell. Isn't it better if they don't have memory? I feel like we should just leave and get Titania out of here.
So
No?
they should just be slaves to the aboleth?
At the
Do we
very
truly
least,
care?
Yes, I
do we
do.
have
No one
as a,
helped me when I was here.
Why would
player
they?
character? Do we have that
It's the
portal there or
Shadowfell.
not?
Do you have what?
A portal back to the Fae.
You think Amontiancian used that chair to make the one he used to begin with.
It was like a one-off.
It is like a one-off as far as you can tell at the moment. No other portal in the forest.
It is true. We can't just walk around with a town full of people at our side. I'm not saying we leave these people to rot, but
We leave them to rot.
we don't even have a way for them to get out yet.
No, they don't need to get out. They just don't need to be under his powers.
Precisely. And think about the potential of having, I wouldn't exactly call them allies, but some population friendly to us, a place where we could seek refuge if needed.
Well, but think about what Valros said at first. He had said it's a watery location. Do we really want to go underwater? It seems
It's
unruly.
a risk. We have so much on us as it is. We brought that corruption with us, yes. That's what the Shadowfell wanted. Just to put it to the material plane. We have to succeed here.
What have you, Jupiter? What does our general think of all this?
He's
Did he
either
fall
muted
asleep?
or not there. Pa. He might
Tori
have fell
fell
A little
asleep.
asleep.
bit. But he's been moving. I've seen this.
It would appear he's rather silent on the subject.
He's overtaken by emotion. His father's died. I'm sure.
It is almost midnight. It might be a good time to start to wrap up. But the party learns of an aboleth that seems to be controlling the townsfolk. Moonfire not very interested in helping these poor people, but the party might be. Much more to potentially explore when we come back. And the Fortress of Memory is really not that far away. You just have to get through the shadow city of Drita. Walled, gated city. The vortex of a pool at the center. When we play
Cool,
next
cool.
time, we'll explore the Shadowfell.
It looks massive.
There's a lot you could do. What you choose to do will be up to all of you.
Like get
Oh.
caught coming back here.
God, I just scrolled out. Oh, wow, this place is huge.
Hell yeah,
huge.
this place looks dope.
There's some
I bet
pretty
the
fun
Citadel
maps
of
to
the
come up.
Bloody Hand is nice this time of year.
They're monks.
Yeah, the Fortress of Loth. Yeah, that sounds
Good night,
like a nice
Jupiter.
place to go.
We're heading
The
to
city
bed.
of Din.
Everybody have a good night.
Yeah, I'm pretty wiped out today.